He smiled every day, but behind that smile, the world was against him. He was the son everyone admired, smart, kind, and gentle. But behind the laughter at the dinner table, whispers and subtle insults cut him deep. His family, the people he trusted most, constantly belittled him. Even his lover, the one who promised him forever, began showing cracks of coldness. Every word, every look, made him feel invisible. Deep inside, he wondered silently, am I destined to be unloved by those I care about the most? The betrayal hit harder than a storm at night. Yesterday, he felt invisible in his own home. That day, his lover publicly humiliated him, blaming him for mistakes he didn't commit. The laughter of his family felt like knives piercing his chest. Every ounce of love he had given was thrown back as mockery. That night, he cried alone, feeling abandoned by the world he thought was safe. He wondered if love and family were illusions he had blindly trusted. He realized, even the people who should love him, hurt him most. His lover and family shattered his trust completely. Days passed. Isolation became his only companion. He stopped talking, stopped smiling. His heart, once full of hope, became a hollow echo. But deep inside, a faint voice whispered, "You are more than what they see." For the first time, he considered leaving everything familiar behind to find his own worth, to discover love that didn't hurt him. Sometimes, leaving is the only way to find yourself. He decided to step away from the pain that consumed him. He packed his bags, not knowing where to go, only knowing he needed freedom. Alone in a bustling city of strangers, he felt invisible, but strangely comforted. For the first time, nobody judged him, nobody blamed him. Here, he could simply exist. A small spark of hope lit inside his chest. He realized that sometimes, leaving behind the familiar pain is the first step to discovering yourself. Love comes in forms you never expect. Alone, he began to notice small sparks of hope. He met people who valued him, not for what he could give, but for who he truly was. Friends who lifted him when he fell, mentors who guided him, strangers whose smiles healed old wounds. Slowly, laughter returned. His heart learned to trust again. For the first time, he felt real love, pure, unconditional, and genuine. And with it, the heavy weight of his past began to lift. Pain doesn't last forever, but it leaves strength behind. Surrounded by genuine love, he began to heal. He discovered passions and talents he had buried under family expectations. Every small achievement reminded him he was capable, worthy, and complete. The shadows of his past still lingered, but they no longer dictated his life. He was becoming someone unstoppable, unshakable. And for the first time, he knew, happiness could be built from the pieces of broken trust. Meanwhile, they watched him from afar, realizing too late. While he rebuilt his life, his past observed silently. His family and lover began to notice the emptiness of their victories. The son they mocked, the lover they hurt, was thriving without them. Guilt gnawed at their hearts. They reached out with apologies, messages, subtle attempts, but he barely responded, feeling the sting of their past betrayals. For once, he saw their regret, but it was too late. They tried everything to pull him back, but he had moved on. Regret grew into desperate attempts. They called, visited, offered gifts, tears, and promises of change, but he had already found people who truly loved him. Every attempt to rekindle the past felt hollow. He listened politely, but his heart no longer belonged to the world that had hurt him. Some wounds can heal, but memories of betrayal never fade. And he had chosen himself over them. He smiled, not out of revenge, but freedom. He had chosen a path of love and self-respect. One sunny afternoon, he shared laughter with friends who had become family. His past tried to re-enter, but he said no firmly. Forgiveness was not weakness, it was his peace. Happiness wasn't something others gave, it was something he created. And in that moment, he understood, he had everything he truly needed. they finally realized they had lost the one they couldn't hurt anymore. His life now bloomed with genuine love. His family and lover, left in their own regret, watched him live the life they had denied him. He thrived, laughed, and loved freely. They could never take that from him again. He didn't hate them, he only wished they had learned sooner. But he didn't need their validation. He had the people who truly loved him, and most importantly, he had himself. The boy who was broken once, was now unbreakable,